Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Triangles Meditation Group. Today is Wesak, the Wesak Festival, as most of you know. And so it's a very special time to be working together. It's April 26th, 2021. We're going to keep our meeting somewhat brief today in order to work with greater alignment as we prepare for the actual time of the full moon, which occurs shortly after 11:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So for those of us who live in the Western Hemisphere, we can perhaps link up during the actual time. And those who live in other parts of the world, it might be more difficult. But whether you're in your physical body or in your subtle body, surely the energies will be linking with you. So it's called the day of safeguarding, the day when we're asked to maintain an inner alignment as much as possible, to forget about our own concerns and to work together, standing on the periphery of the spiritual hierarchy in conjunction with that great serving group, to collectively make an alignment whereby we can extend the influence to the highest center, the center Shambhala, and thereby provide aid in providing a channel whereby these powerful energies of the spiritual will can pour into our planet, and where they are held by the world teacher, the Christ, until release at the time of the Gemini full moon in 1 month. So we are working today with our Triangles network, using these energies of light to stimulate the network, to provide its function as a bridge between hierarchy and humanity. So we welcome your participation. And for those of you who might be new to this work of triangles, it's really, this webinar is intended to be a platform whereby those of us who are members of Triangles, a daily practice, we come together to work and stimulate the planetary network and thereby strengthen it so that it can more fully undertake its function in the world. Triangles is a simple visualization technique using the power of thought and prayer to uplift and transform consciousness. The work is simply the establishing of a triangle of light between yourself and two other people. You don't have to live in the same part of the world, and you don't have to do the work at the same time, but it is a commitment, a daily practice. And you visualize your triangle mentally, spiritually, and you adopt a spirit of goodwill to all humanity. And you then visualize your triangle as linking up with all the other members of triangles throughout the world. And then the great invocation, which is a world prayer, is sounded and used as a vehicle to distribute the inpouring energies. So it need only take a few minutes each day, and so can therefore be fit into even the busiest of schedules. So as we do each week, we're going to begin with a brief visualization, and that will be followed by our guest today, Emmanuel Sackyefio, and he will be sharing a brief talk with us, and then we'll close. His talk will be followed by the meditation, and then we'll close. If you wanted to make any comments in the chat, you're free to do that, but we really encourage you to just listen to Emmanuel and to focus on that. So for our visualization, Let's just take a moment to link with one another. Visualizing the planet as a sphere of lighted energy. And visualize within that sphere a triangle of the three planetary centers. Shambhala at the apex, the planetary head center. The spiritual hierarchy, the planetary heart. And humanity, the planetary throat center. Visualize these three lighted spheres of energy irradiating each point of the triangle, flowing in all directions, merging and blending with each other, filling the triangle with light. Now superimposed upon that triangle, visualize a 5-pointed star. This is the star of the world teacher, linking east and west, past, present, and future, radiating the energy of love wisdom. At each point of the star, the sphere of his activity, stands an outpost of his consciousness, the 5 planetary centers. Visualize the energies radiating forth from the center of the star through the 5 points. London, Darjeeling, New York, Geneva, Tokyo. Visualize these outpouring energies enlivening small groups gathering everywhere, aiding them to focus and direct the energies into the consciousness of all humanity, solving its problems, creating right human relations, restoring peace on earth. Radiance we are and power. We stand forever with our hands stretched out, linking the heavens and the earth, the inner world of meaning and the subtle world of glamour. We reach into the light and bring it down to meet the need. We reach into the silent place and bring from thence the gift of understanding. Thus with the light we work and turn the darkness into day. Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel.
Hello.
Welcome. So thank you. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
Welcome to everybody. The talk is on recognizing the three aspects of mind, a triangle of relationship on the mental plane. Today, we are especially and uniquely working with a triangle of energies of immense service potency. This work is going on in many places in the world. Three energies are involved. One, the invocative energy of humanity, a center of creative intelligent activity, a kind of light which is focusing increasingly and radiantly through the new group of world service. The second energy, the energies of the Christ, the magnetic attractive power of love, streaming into humanity through the hierarchy. And three, the extraordinary energy emanating from the Lord Buddha, the embodiment of the principle of enlightenment as a vehicle for the Shambhala energy. A potency said to be so great that the Buddha can only stay very briefly when he appears at the Vesak full moon, even after a long preparation by the hierarchy. We are approaching the full tide of this Vesak full moon, which is a living event today at 11:31 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This triangle of energies is found reflected throughout the 7 subplanes of our cosmic physical plane. We find its lowest reflection precipitated as the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and the outer major center in our physical brain, and we find it in the dormant and for a long time unawakened and unrelated state. Its highest expression, however, is found in the spiritual triad, which embraces the Atmic, Buddhic, and the Manasic subplanes of the cosmic physical plane. In between these two triangles of energies, we come upon another triangle of great importance on the mental plane, which is like a middle triangle of energies. This triangle is of the utmost practical and immediate usefulness in our work as esoteric students who are seeking to master the science of service. This middle or mediating triangle on the mental plane comprises the mental body, our lower concrete mind, the son of mind, the soul in the causal body, and the higher mind or the abstract mind, which links the spiritual triad and this middle triangle. The three triangles briefly described above suggest the need for some relationship yet to be made in consciousness. This is the great creative work facing us on the mental plane, and with which some are proceeding and which awaits others. This makes the mental plane the plane on which the esoteric student exerts her greatest creative endeavors and service activities, and proves her essential divinity. She accomplishes this by transforming the three aspects of mind found on the mental plane into an alignment between the higher and the lower minds. The student starts with a triplicity and ends with a duality, an alignment between the higher mind and the lower mind fused with the soul, so that lighted substance rightfully reacts to the attractive power of love, and a great relationship is finally established, and God fulfills himself on earth. The energy which flows through the higher mind, the will to good, is seen influencing governments, consciously and unconsciously inspiring goodwill in the masses, and pushing forward the whole of human effort. The second energy, the energy of love, streaming through all souls in the causal vehicle on the mental plane, emanating from the Christ through the hierarchy, is demonstrating as the expression and establishing of all right human relationships through cooperation and sharing. And the energies from the third point of the triangle, representing the lower concrete mind, the analytical and discriminating mind, vehicle of the creative intelligence, is affecting massive effort in science and education and challenging humanity through data collection and study. The esoteric endeavor in the world shares in all these three activities. The triangle on the mental plane is also symbolic of group evolutionary efforts in consciousness, with the higher abstract mind representing the initiate consciousness of those selfless and harmless servers of the race. The Son of Mind in the causal body representing the consciousness of aspirants and disciples, and the concrete mind representing the awareness of average intelligent human beings. It is as if through work on the mental plane, the whole of the strictly human creative effort is consummated, making possible a higher phase of service. When the relationship on the mental plane is being established, and symbolically the triangle is being transformed into the straight line, a great simplification occurs and leads to the simplicity of the soul, which we are told opens the way to Shambhala. Esoteric students are particularly concerned with simplification. Esoteric students are concerned with making their lives simple, devoid of distractions, focused, and concentrated. For their eyes will then be single, and their body will be full of light. The mental plane is particularly the plane of light, the light of knowledge, the light of the soul, and the light of the higher mind, producing synthesis. In all these triangles of relationships and planes and subplanes, we encounter a myriad of relationships. If all these appear to be confusing, there's no need to worry at all. For another way of understanding the same ideas is the consideration that as the student continues in service, in study, in observation, in intense struggle, in endurance and courage, in love and wisdom, making mistakes, experiencing failures, but persisting in occult meditation, she achieves polarization on the mental plane and brings about the indicated alignment between the three aspects of the mind. She increasingly becomes the soul infused personality, achieving group consciousness and penetrates to the heart of the new group of well servers. She increases in the wisdom emanating from the Lord Buddha and his 900 arhats and dispense the love streaming from the Christ and his 9,000 initiates, our masters of the wisdom. The student is then consummating the work inspired by the Lord Buddha and the Christ in the human unit, and light and love increases in her heart through her group and throughout the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for that penetrating talk, which really serves to align the group for our meditation. So thank you so much. So let's just take a moment now to link with each other here and with all triangles workers throughout the world. Link in thought as a soul, as a point of love and light with all people throughout the world who are working with this Triangles Meditation Group. Now project a line of lighted energy towards Shambhala, the highest center, and sound together the affirmation of will. In the center of the will of God, I stand. Naught shall deflect my will from His. I implement that will by love. I turn towards the field of service. I, the triangle divine, work out that will within the square and serve my fellow men. Using the creative imagination, link with two other points of light to create a triangle of light. Visualize the triangle in which you are working as an essential part of the radiant worldwide triangles network. Hold the consciousness immersed within the light of the group soul, the heart of love, which underlies and infuses the network. Now lift your consciousness to the world teacher, who stands as the heart of love at the center of the spiritual hierarchy and also at the heart of each triangle. Visualize the energies of love, light, and goodwill circulating in and around the triangles network. Visualize these energies unifying and eliminating all divisions within humanity, healing and transforming human consciousness, and establishing right human relationships. Project a line of lighted energy towards the spiritual hierarchy. Sound together the mantra of unification. The souls of all are one, and I am one with them. I seek to love, not hate. I seek to serve and not exact due service. I seek to heal, not hurt. Let pain bring due reward of light and love. Let the soul control the outer form and life and all events, and bring to light the love that underlies the happenings of the time. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate and outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all people love. Visualize the whole planet alight with triangles. See new triangles being formed everywhere. As we repeat each stanza of the Great Invocation, let's visualize the network acting as a link between the world of spiritual realities and humanity, as a channel through which light and love and divine purpose may flow into human consciousness. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into human minds. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into human hearts. May the coming one return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide all little human wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here on this sacred day. And just remember that it's the 8 minutes prior to the exact time of the full moon that are the most important for holding our alignment. So thank you again. Thank you, Emmanuel.